I'm all the way up. 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 And I'm not stopping. I'm all the way up. 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 Look, step up in this ring, I guarantee I will embarrass you. I'm all the way up. I'm so high, I need a parachute. I got distribution, cut the middleman, I'll execute. Made the blueprint, now my business making revenue. Out here moving solo, but I stay a step ahead of you. Grinding for my logo, I'ma pop a rubber band on you. I don't do much talking, I just show them what I'm about to do. Heavy in these streets, got more mouths than a prostitute. What happened to the loyalty? All I see is bandicoots snitching on their family, violating principle. Wishing in my city, bring the killing to a minimal. Population seems to be dissolving like a mineral. They hating on me, but I'm never tripping. I'm winning, now they mad, cause they not in my position. I'll be grinding while they sleeping. Tell me, can I get a witness? Work the beat out like some fitness, and my flow is so ridiculous. Ooh, I'm vicious, eat the beat up so delicious. Nominated for my hustle, I think I fit the description. Flow so sick, I think I need a new prescription. Are you listening? I ain't missing. Accurate with them lyrics, giving out my heart, I be giving out my spirit. You can love it, you can hate it, either way you're gonna hear it. Addicted to this hustle, I stay grinding for my children. I'm all the way up, ain't no telling when I'm coming down. Lyrically assassinating, chopping, grab another round. Find a bitch that's hotter, guarantee my bars will shut her down. I'm just warming up, Henny in my cup, feeling hella stuck. Oh, money on my mind, I'm just getting bucks, wish me luck. Or you can hate me, either way I still won't give a fuck. Loyal to myself, never changing, never switching up. Haters entertain me, always rocking when I'm coming up. Going toe to toe, trying to make it, we can knuckle up. Drive hella crazy, if you rollin' better buckle up. Sometimes I rock forces, other days I'm in stilettos. Trying to own a couple stocks, I work hard for that dinero. All the way up, taking off without the...
Right, I think
I'm all the way up. 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 And I'm not stopping. I'm all the way up. 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 Look, step up in this ring, I guarantee I will embarrass you. I'm all the way up. I'm so high, I need a parachute. got distribution, cut the middleman, I'll execute, made the blueprint. I'm all the way up. 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 And I'm not stopping. I'm all the way up. 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 Look, step up in this ring, I guarantee I will embarrass you. I'm all the way up. I'm so high, I need a parachute. I got distribution, cut the middleman, I'll execute. Made the blueprint, now my business making revenue. Out here moving solo, but I stay a step ahead of you. Grinding for my logo, I'ma pop a rubber band on you. I don't do much talking, I just show them what I'm about to do. Heavy in these streets, got more mouths than a prostitute. What happened to the loyalty? All I see is bandicoots snitching on their family, violating principle. Wishing in my city, bring the killing to a minimal. Population seems to be dissolving like a mineral. They hating on me, but I'm never tripping. I'm winning, now they mad, cause they not in my position. I be grinding while they sleeping. Tell me, can I get a witness? Work the beat out like some fitness, and my flow is so ridiculous. Ooh, I'm vicious, eat the beat up so delicious. Nominated for my hustle, I think I fit the description. Flow so sick, I think I need a new prescription. Are you listening? I ain't missing. Accurate with them lyrics, giving out my heart, I be giving out my spirit. You can love it, you can hate it, either way you're gonna hear it. Addicted to this hustle, I stay grinding for my children. I'm all the way up, ain't no telling when I'm coming down. Lyrically assassinating, chopping, grab another round. Find a bitch that's hotter, guarantee my bars will shut her down. I'm just warming up, Henny in my cup, feeling hella stuck. Oh, money on my mind, I'm just getting bucks, wish me luck. Or you can hate me, either way I still won't give a fuck. Loyal to myself, never changing, never switching up. Haters entertain me, always rocking when I'm coming up. Going toe to toe, trying to make it, we can knuckle up. Drive hella crazy, if you rollin' better buckle up. Sometimes I rock forces, other days I'm in stilettos. Tryna own a couple stocks, I work hard for that dinero. All the way up, taking off without the shuttle. Refuse to put in work, then you will never reach my level. Came from the struggle, I'm a product of the ghetto. They expect me to be average, I will never settle.
Okay, right, so this is a Brahma 7 review, introduction. It's finished. You're actually watching this, so if you look that way, if you look that way, you'll see the Duo with the prototype 4K cameras, which are not 4K. But they're better resolution, but they're not 4K yet. So I put with these two controllers, so let's get this party started. Okay. Try it again. There you go. First time just seems to go, oh, okay. The second time it actually runs. So that's going to be recording, and this is going to be recording. Now I'm actually going to show you me editing all this. But let's have a quick brief run through. Brahma 6. If you want to do 360, full 360 spherical video, this is still the kiddie. Okay, it's very clear to understand that. It's lots of people using them, lots of people getting good results. It's still very good for 4K video. The Brahma Extreme now, basically the Dolphin. Until I check my software, the Dolphin's a no-no because field of view. Well, I've covered that in videos. But this is now. I'm putting this live. You can buy it. Do not go underwater and expect it to work yet. Maybe one day. But it's brilliant for If you just want to protect the cameras from the rain, sand, dirt, anything else, it's actually really good for that. But don't expect the stitching of this to be as easy or as good as this, okay? The cameras are further apart, bear that in mind. Right, duos, okay? Little 2 camera situation. Still brilliant if you're, if you've got the, if you want to use the Xiaomi's, I still think these are brilliant. The videos are slightly better than the Theta. The quality is actually pretty good. It's very good for YouTube and Facebook, but if you're going to put it into virtual reality, the resolution's a bit low. The camera you can see there is an experiment at the moment, but I'm only getting 1440. There's a problem with the 2160 mode. They say it's a 4.3. It's not. It's a 16.9 squished into a 4.3, making a mess. It's useless at the moment. Hoping they're going to fix it. Right, let's get to the real crunch of this thing. This baby, which is what's filming this now. So this was the prototype. There was a couple of little things that needed tweaking, but I've corrected it now, and the one is being filmed now is the final one. These top cameras were out of place slightly, they weren't centered. The locking that you'll notice on here when you put a camera, you can either tip the camera at an angle like this, or vertical, that's around there. That means that you can, it depends how you want to film it. Bear in mind, if you're tipped at that, you get a smaller nadir. If you're tipped up, you get a bigger one. Okay, do bear that in mind. I think set like it is now with them at an angle is the best way. Remember, at the end of the day, you're going to get, with the 7, which is what this video is all about, with the it is not a full sphere. It's very important to understand that. The reason for this was to get more a vertical seam, okay, between stitching, as you'll
Okay, if you can hear me, shout out on the text, because I want to see if that's working. Because I'm assuming you guys are actually live on the chat, on the YouTube chat, because I've not done a stream before. I'm in at the deep end. Yeah. So, can someone put a message up and say you're seeing everything? And what you're watching right now is from Tangy. Oh, God's sake. Tangy. He's gonna hate me. He's probably listening as well. Oh, okay, yeah, people can hear me. That's good. So there's a message. Great. Okay. So I'll get this thing kicked off in a minute. It's gonna be a mess, but I'll do it as good as I can. I mean, this is an experiment. Hopefully, everyone realises that. Okay, someone's asked me, are you in the event now or streaming a pre-recorded event? Well, this is live. It's about 60 seconds behind. Actually, I think it's about time we almost got ready to start this thing. I suppose I'm going to do some kind of introduction at the beginning. But let's wait till we get to 8 o'clock just in case people are late. Okay, right, didn't stop it. Now this is going to be really interesting because I have to fiddle. Stop. Oh yeah, because I. Right. Hi. If you don't know me, I'm surprised you're here. How did you get here? As some of you may know, I'm Steve, and for some time, yes, it is. It's all Unity streaming. This is a live stream of the Brahma. This is. I'm gonna have to turn this volume off. This is gonna be really distracting. Right, there we go. I've got that on just so I know it's working. So, what is this today? As some of you know, I've been working for about six to 8 months. In fact, it goes back further than that. It goes back about 9 months. In fact, the great thing about this being 360, if you look over there. Okay, if you look over there, you'll see the very first successful rig that wasn't actually very successful. So you can see it actually has 12 cameras. It's all kicking off on it. It actually has 12 cameras, there's only 6 you can see at the moment. And the original idea was this. I bought, and you can follow me, this is great. Hang on, watch this. So if you're watching this, see, Stitch, right. Okay, time to have a pop. So, I ordered one of these about 2.5 years ago. Oh, it arrived by the way and it don't work. But anyway, side point. Because I knew that 360 was going to be fantastic. and it was something I wanted to seriously get involved with. But this was taking ages. I was about 2 months into waiting, 6 months. I got fed up waiting. So I had a couple of choices. I had a choice. I could go in and I could buy... well, actually, no, I had one choice. You could go out and buy a GoPro rig and with the Freedom. Fantastic rig. No matter what I've done, total respect for the guys who've done these rigs before. Absolutely amazing stuff they've created. But anyway, it was quite expensive. So you had like £1,700, £1,800 more if you went for the really high end stuff. £2.5 grand. Then you had £600 for software. It was just a lot of money. And stubborn as I am, annoyingly, I actually had the money. This was the funny thing about it. I did actually have the money. So I thought I'd have a go doing this myself because, you know, I like to play. And I started around, I thought, well, I can get some SJ cams. The SJ4000, wonderful little cameras, and I still use them. In fact, I still use them for actually, if you've seen my videos, I use them for filming for them. But I'm going to try and do my future ones like this. Okay? I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it. Eh? So this is the first one. Anyway, so I started doing it, and unfortunately, the field of view of these cameras wasn't really good enough. So I then went searching for another one. Follow me. Just come over here. This way. So if the camera shakes, my floor might be a bit bouncy. Alright, I'm going to do a lot of this because then you can see me walking. Because the whole point is, it's a 360 video. Here you go. So this was my first one. And this was using the Xiaomi Yi cameras. Okay. And to date, I've had so much great content from people who've created from these. So I basically, after a lot of experimentation, I realised that these could give a very good field of view. So you only need 6. It's just like the Freedom rigs, but these were £50 cameras. The GoPro one was about £250, £300, something stupid like that. Couldn't afford that. I assume everyone can hear me all right. Well, oh yeah, of course, because you can hear it over it. So I basically I did a few prototypes, and there was one that I did a first one. I actually started to sell them. The original one, it worked, but I realised that if you didn't have the camera screwed in correctly, you know, you wouldn't get a perfect stitch. So I think I shipped about 5 of them, and then I did the Mark II version. I said to everyone, if you want an upgrade, I'm happy to do it and give you a cost. But I did the Mark II version, and this one solved all the problems. And this one has been getting some amazing results. Okay. And I'm going to show you in a minute. Now, part of this thing's going to be... Am I the first 360 video DJ? Probably not. But this is live, okay? And I'm going to show you some samples of work that people have done as I'm going through this broadcast. And if you get fed up with this, just tell me, all right? It's all cool. Anyway, so a lot of people bought these. In fact, I've sold, getting on for 150 of these. The rigs, and people buy their own cameras, so they can build these for about £450, something like that, and a lot of people are using them, and I really enjoyed this. Okay, but what it did, it allowed me, it helped me raise a little bit of money to get into it. Now, a funny story is, I mentioned a minute ago that although I could have afforded to buy a Freedom rig and spend £1,500, £2,000, I didn't want to. I want to build my own. It actually cost me more money to build this. Well, I ended up with this than it would have if I bought the Freedom rig. So selling them was a good idea because I could kind of recoup some of the money. So I was quite pleased with that. Anyway, so this has been absolutely fantastic. Now, there's a number of people out there who have done a ton of great work, and I'm going to show you some of them. I'm just looking at my screen at the moment. Okay, this is from a friend of mine. In fact, this wasn't done. No, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a Brahma set, one of my favourite. Now, this was released recently. I'm going to come back to Tony shortly, who's a good mate. Now, this was released by Richard, and he's, I'm assuming he's watching, and he's, oh God, I'm just, do you know what? I'm rubbish with names. Robert. Jesus. Right, this is from Robert Griffiths and his team. Very importantly, that. And it's probably there's been some fantastic stuff created with this, but a little bit of post-production work. Amazing what you can do. Now, bearing in mind what you're going to see was done with this little rig, £400. In fact, no, it was done with the 7, so I'd tell a lie. It was done with the Brahma 7, which is... Oh, I'll get it. Hang on. Here you go. It was done with this one, okay? and so it takes 7 cameras. And I'll put it on. I'll come back and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, bear with me a second. This might go pear-shaped. I'm going to try and mix it. If you've got your headset on, right, I'm really sorry. Be careful because it does work, right? But because of this is not streamlined. So when I switch videos, I'm trying to do it quick so I don't disturb you. But just bear that in mind. So anyway, this is Mrs. Nickel. I hope I've got this right. It's called All the Way Up. It's a fantastic record. I'm not sure if they created themselves. I'm sure he'll tell me. But it was produced with the Brahma 7. And the good thing about the Brahma 7 got vertical stitching. You'll notice that if you look down, there's an Adir. You'll notice there's a little black band around it. That's because of this whole process of the stitching. You might find a little bit, there's a bit of extra black there. It's just the way I'm doing this. I will do another video explaining this. But anyway, let me just show you what this video looks like, and then we get this thing going.
I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up.
You can probably hear me, but I'll try and keep quiet.
And I'm not stopping. I'm all the way up. 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 Look, step up in this ring, I guarantee I will embarrass you. I'm all the way up. I'm so high, I need a parachute. I got distribution, cut the middleman, I'll execute. Made the blueprint, now my business making revenue. Out here moving solo, but I stay a step ahead of you. Grinding for my logo, I'ma pop a rubber band on you. I don't do much talking, I just show them what I'm about to do. Heavy in these streets, got more mouths than a prostitute. What happened to the loyalty? All I see is bandicoots snitching on their family, violating principle. Wishing in my city, bring the killing to a minimal. Population seems to be dissolving like a mineral. They hating on me, but I'm never tripping. I'm winning, now they mad, cause they not in my position. I'll be grinding while they sleeping. Tell me, can I get a witness? Work the beat out like some fitness, and my flow is so ridiculous. Ooh, I'm vicious, eat the beat up so delicious. Nominated for my hustle, I think I fit the description. Flow so sick, I think I need a new prescription. Are you listening? I ain't missing. Accurate with them lyrics, giving out my heart. I be giving out my spirit. You can love it, you can hate it. Either way, you're gonna hear it. Addicted to this hustle, I stay grinding for my children. I'm all the way up, ain't no telling when I'm coming down. Lyrically assassinating, chopping, grab another round. Find a bitch that's hotter, guarantee my bars will shut her down. I'm just warming up, Henny in my cup, feeling hella stuck. Oh, money on my mind, I'm just getting bucks, wish me luck. Or you can hate me, either way I still won't give a fuck. Loyal to myself, never changing, never switching up. Haters entertain me, always rocking when I'm coming up. Going toe to toe, trying to make it, we can knuckle up. Drive hella crazy, if you rollin', better buckle up. Sometimes I rock forces, other days I'm in stilettos. Trying to own a couple stocks, I work hard for that dinero. All the way up, taking off without the shuttle. Refuse to put in work, then you will never reach my level. Came from the struggle, I'm a product of the ghetto. They expect me to be average, I will never settle.
Okay. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Well done. See, I turned the mute button off so that I wouldn't disturb you. But, you know, I'm getting old. I can't help it. I'm getting old. And I forgot to turn the bloody mute off, didn't I? Well, let's leave the mute there. I'll just keep my mouth shut. Okay. So thanks, Robert. So I'll start that bit again because I was looking very animated, looking a bit stupid because you couldn't hear me. Right. So I started off with the Xiaomi's, and I was going to originally do it with it. It's based on a point cloud system, but I decided let's cut this short. So I decided to start with two cameras back to back with the 220 lenses. And some of you remember there's a product out there. There's a lens called the Antennae, which is an awful lot of money. And I thought, well, I can't afford that. And what's it now? There's another message. Let's just see if he's putting lots of messages. We can't. That's better. Good. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I thought I'd do it with two cameras and two 220 lenses. Now the problem with at the moment, if I originally started with these, but the resolution I couldn't really get the resolution high enough. So I'd already kind of moved over into what I call the ProRes range, which is based on at the moment it's based on the Git 2 cameras. Hang on, which I've lost. So the ProRes is basically it's just ProRes. It sounds a bit poncy. It's not really. It's just I didn't want to call it a pro product because they're 3D printed, okay, so they're not metal, but they do use high res cameras, so I called it ProRes with a little p. And these are very nice cameras, okay. They're just under 4K, but they're not true 4K, but they're almost true 4K. Unlike this puppy, which is actually very nice, okay. 2 to 2.5 times the price of these, right? Bear that in mind, and about 10% better. I would say 10% better resolution. However, we will see what I can do with this, right? So anyway, I took two of these, and I still love these. I think they're fantastic because this still does more than the Xiaomi Yi's. Now, here's the problem: £50 cameras. That's why they were so popular, okay? And that's why I actually did so well. 200 to 250 depending on how much it actually ends up being, okay. And let's say drop the price, it's just an advance to make as much as they can. So we'll see about that, but the quality, there's no denying, okay. The quality of the original Yi's was fantastic. You've just seen that, okay. The quality of these is amazing. It is better than these. It's not 3 times as good. Let's be realistic about this, but I leave it up to you. As I always say, buy a camera, buy one of these, buy one of them, see which one you like, then invest in a lot of cameras. But anyway, so the Duet is basically two of these cameras, 4K cameras, and I'm using them at the moment. I've got these Duets plugged. You see, you can't see the Duet because it's right. So I've got two cameras, two 220 lenses, okay. And I've actually got this connected via USB, which is giving me 1920 by 1440, which is coming in. Now, what you'll notice is the resolution of this. What I'm streaming to is 1920 by 1080p. Okay, so if you're looking in a headset, it's a bit low resolution for that, but it's not bad, especially as it's live streaming. But the cameras are capable of a lot more. It's not the cameras that are holding this back. What it is, I'm using my software is kind of a mix between my code and I create the display that gets streamed, and then I use XSplit broadcast, which is from free to a amount per year, which does the live streaming, but it's very, very powerful. So it was pointless me trying to reinvent the wheel right now, okay. Now later on, once we move in and we're shipping, I will see about using the Google API, sorry, not Google, the YouTube API going straight through. That will come in time, but right now this software works. You're seeing this work. I just need to tweak it, tidy it up, okay. And I'm getting now. You'll notice I'm using to get the frame rate up. What does it look like here? Yeah, it's not too bad. To get the frame rate up, I use a special plugin. Which the good thing about this plugin is I can bring video signals in via USB. So I can, with my software, I can take feeds over Wi-Fi, USB. If you've got a capture card, you can put your film in by the capture card which it would be accelerated, and then do this. Okay, now this will be the base resolution, so it'll be no low. It'll be no low. It's even the 1280-960. You know, maybe the camera's a little bit less resolution, but that's Wi-Fi based, which is absolutely amazing, and it works on my phone as well, which is actually is quite amazing. So what I'm going to do is let's show you another clip. So this is from Tanguy. Now, Tanguy Sefi Dupre, and forgive me if I've spelled that wrong. He might be watching this, and if so, he's probably going to be screaming down. You can at least get my name right. Right. But he, oh, hang on, my screen's gone dead. Right. He's got a duet. Funny enough, these haven't sold. I haven't sold that many. I sell more. I sell loads of these because of the quality. But most people haven't caught on to the duets. The duets now, because of the live stream, and I think it can be a lot better. But anyway, let me show you his video. Now, what he does, he goes around, well, I wouldn't say the country, Europe, I think is fair, and he films rock concerts. I wish my Mac would stop being silly. He goes around filming rock concerts. Do you know what? Oh, there we go. Right, sorry now. You can tell this is live, can't you? Right. He goes around concerts filming them. Now, you probably saw a clip a minute ago. I'm just going to run this again. I'll probably skip through a little bit. So, bear with me. Now, this is the same camera that's filming this, but it's actually he filmed it. It was 4K, and it gave a 4K output. Okay? So, here we go. Let's see if I can make this as smooth as possible. Or I could play the correct one. Okay, back again. Right. Getting some comments. Yeah, black dots. Let me explain the black dots. So basically, because I'm using, as I said before, what I'm doing is I'm creating the display for XSplit to either record or to stream. So, but because of the way I'm setting it up, sometimes I'm actually I'm cutting it wrong. Because anyone who knows anything about XSplit knows that you can capture the screen, you can do all kinds of really cool stuff, and I'm leaving little black dots occasionally. So I'm not got it set up perfectly yet. Long term, obviously, what I want to do is use the YouTube APIs and other APIs and actually send this data direct to the API. But I will say this. The way it's working at the moment, it means, I couldn't do this that way. So because of the way I've got this, I can switch screens. Now I'm doing it really badly, unprofessionally, and it's a mess. But hopefully you can see that I am actually mixing between them, and if it was done correctly, and I've got lots of ideas along here, maybe streamline this, like pull in video feeds, because we want it on 360, pull in video feeds and then switch to live, all that kind of stuff. So that can be done. I know how to do that. I only just started thinking about it when I did this today. I thought, well, that'd be really cool. Anyway, so all this stuff is potential. But the crucial thing is, my software basically takes the feeds from the cameras. Only 2 cameras at the moment. It will be more in the future. 2 cameras at the moment. Let me explain this whole thing. Some people know about the issue I have in mathematics. I've spent the last ages working on the cameras, but on the software it's taken me months. And the software does a couple of things. First of all, what it does is it allows you to control. Let's just make sure it's working. It allows you to control the rig, so it can turn on and off sorry, they can't turn them on and off. It can start recording. It can take pictures, stop recording, all that kind of stuff. And obviously what it didn't do, it created the data to put into something like AutoPano software. Now, AutoPano software, as you know, is a fantastic piece of software. But to be blunt, at 600 quid, it's not. There is a cheap version where they cripple it, like it runs on CPU and it's ridiculously slow. But it's a fantastic piece of software. Now, I actually wanted to be able to sell it, and I emailed them a Video Stitch, and they ignored me totally. Lovely, eh? Anyway, so I thought, well, I'll just do my own. So the idea was, right from the beginning, was that I would create software that will live stream. Well, first of all, let's start from the beginning. Take 2 feeds with 220s, create an equirectangular, what you're looking at right now, create that, which can then be streamed. Okay, that's this stage. The next stage is I can take snapshots. I already do this. I take a snapshot, create an equirectangular, save it as a photograph. And the next thing is to be able to record. Now, to be blunt, you could do that the way we are now. I can press record instead of stream. Okay? There are limits. Now, someone did ask me the question, what's the max resolution for streaming? That's John Doe. So he's been sitting there waiting for the answer to this. At the moment, I build my displays a 1920 by 1080p display. The reason for that is that the software I use, XSplit, at the moment, from what I can see, only will work with an output of 1020. Now, I am looking at other ways of doing this, as I said, and I will up the resolution over a short period of time. I do not know how long. As I've always said, don't buy this, with the promise that I'm going to do stuff. All right? No, buy what it does now if you like it. But as I said to people, streaming was part of my roadmap. I said, don't buy the rigs, right? Because the streaming's coming. Don't do that. Buy it because it works. And so he didn't sell that many. And the people you can see, like Tanguy's done some fantastic work with it. So is Tony. I'll show you Tony's in a minute. But I'm going to give you a little story about Tony. So, where was I? Brain dead. Right. You can see I do this professional. I do this for a living, can't you? Anyway. Right. So, resolution. Yeah. So the resolution will increase. It will increase over time. There's a lot of stuff coming. I can't answer everything right now. It's all work in progress. All right. So bear with me. Now, this software. This is the bit. Now, let me tell you about the mathematics. I have for the last 2 or 3 months been, it's longer than that. I've been actually working on this software for ages. But my maths I got O-level maths. Okay, hopefully my friend who actually finished this off for me isn't watching. I did O-level maths. I was okay, right? I wasn't too bad, but you know, I'm no John Carmack. So I've been struggling terribly with it, and some of you might have seen my last stream that I pre-recorded and played. That was the pinnacle of what I was capable of doing. You know, and if you go back and watch that, you'll see that the door, well, you can see it in the line, can't you? Right, the door was curved, had like a nice curve in it. I just couldn't figure the maths out. So I decided I decided to bite the bullet, and I will go out and find a mathematician. I found one in Australia, really nice, a nice chap, nice chap. Anyway, told him what I want. He came back. I mean, 4 or 5 days. We've now got this. Now, I'm going to continue working with him. I will say, the fact that people have bought rigs, okay, I've not made a lot of money. I don't think for 1 minute I'm rich out of this at the moment, right? Don't think I'm rich out of this. But it has allowed me to be able to pay for this stuff. So I've now been able to pay a mathematician to help me with it, to do the clever stuff. And what he's done is, if you look at the door, for example, if you scroll around for the door, you can see everything straight. Yeah. So it's kind of got everything right. And even to the point, I mean, I know the stitching's not perfect. Oh, it's actually pretty good. Hang on a second. Look at the door. Look at the door in the corner, yeah? Look in the corner, and you'll see that there it's actually good. And if you go to the bottom, well, you can't actually tell from the bottom. But if you look over there, and you look at the picture, you can see it's slightly out. Now, some of you may remember that I did some software. My original software had an adapter, so you can kind of do this with everything, and turn the lenses and stretch it. I've got to incorporate this chap's code into my code, and then we can do the adaptation. But you can see already it's good enough. And I think for streaming, this is good enough. It's not good enough for final output to a client, you know, and so you still need stuff for that. And it might, you know, people might say it's not good enough. That's fair enough. Right, but the difference is, as some of you know, I mean, it's £600 for colour, and the video stitch of Vahana. I did look at that. I don't know how you pronounce it. Vahana or something like that. I think it was £1,700. Really? Anyway, so this software is, and I'll explain my thinking here. This software is going to sell for £100. Okay, and I will include everything in it. I will add it onto the cost of the rigs. Now, just so you know, the rigs are going to go up in price a bit because I'm being killed by the dollar because of our Brexit. I've been killed by it, so the prices are going to go up, but I'm going to include the software with the Duet. So the Duet's going to go from £400 to £500, but it will include the software, and that'll help me, you know, swallow some of this. The ProRes rigs, they're going to go up. I'm not sure exactly how much yet. Probably 50, 60. Something like that. The software is still included, but not the streaming and stitching, because it can't do it yet. And the reason it can't do it, because there's I/O. There's getting data into the system. That's the bottleneck. So I'm still working on it. This is where capture cards may come in. So for now, £500. Oh, Vahana's £1,700 for the software. Is that per year? I don't know. It's quite a lot of money. But this is going to be £500. With the cameras, the rig, everything. And you can do what I'm doing now, you can do. And bear this in mind, at the quality you're watching now, you would be able to do pretty much this quality, maybe slightly less on the resolution of the cameras, but you'll be able to do that over Wi-Fi, even to your phone. Okay? I don't know if some of you saw my video about that, but that's what you're going to be able to do. So the Duet rig, which no one buys, now what I'm going to do is the people who have bought it, I'm going to give them the software for free. Alright, because, you know, they backed me, but the rigs are going to go up. I don't think it's an awful lot more to ask, to be fair, and I was going to charge £100 for software. So that's the deal with the software. Now, the reason for the £100 price, why can I get away with £100? Well, first of all, I don't do this for a living, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I don't care. I do want to make, because the money helps me, because what it does is it allows me to buy the equipment that I need to do this project and improve it all the time. And one day, this now explain the reason for the pricing. Is also what I want to do is license the software out, because I can see this coming a time when, for example, the Xiaomi's and the Viofos and the other camera manufacturers, they all want to get in China. This is massive, and I'm hoping that I can do something with them and license the software. So that's my thinking, and I'm not going to rip people off. I'm not saying £1,700 a rip off, because if you're professionals, right, fine, you know, it's not a problem. But one thing I have found with these rigs, it has started loads of businesses off. Yeah, people who wanted to get into it couldn't afford to get into it, so this has started it off. So that's another reason. It's not, but I'm not doing it altruistically. Okay, ultimately I want to do this as my day job. You know, let's not beat around the bush. But of course, at the moment, it's just a weekend, evenings, that kind of thing. Anyway, so I waffled on. No one's put any messages on there. Right, so let's have another little sample of a Brahma Duet video. This is from my friend Tony. Tony was one of my first customers, and he's runs a company called Hexascope. Now, I can't show you the screens. You know, I had screens with the website. I can't do that in this. I'm going to try and think of a way of doing it. Maybe with a big screen. Maybe a screen up. No, it's still too small, isn't it? Maybe I'll put a screen. I can use that one down there. I can put it up on the wall, can't I? That'd be a good idea. So I can show you the websites. But anyway, so if you go to Facebook and Hexascope, he's one of many companies that have been set up, and he's produced some fantastic content. He's working on a movie now, and do you know what? Let me hang on a second. No, I'm sure he doesn't mind me mentioning this. Bear with me a second. I just want to mention it so you know he's working on this, because he's such a nice guy, and he's literally, like a number of people, he's absolutely gone for it, quit his job and gone for it, because this 360 stuff stands a chance. This is so professional. Right, so you want to look for Hexascope Odyssey. He's doing his short movie called Odyssey, which is a fully 360 movie, and he's using Brahma 7s. In fact, he's got one with an 8th camera, because he designed it. By the way, I did the 7. Okay, in fact, let me go and grab one. I'll just grab it in the back here. No, it's in the other room. Yeah, you see me come back in again, can't you? Right. Okay, so this is... I didn't bring it in with me, did I? Right, this is the Brahma 7 ProRes. And you put 7 cameras around it. But what Tony did, he kind of flipped it upside down and he kind of glued or taped a camera on the top. Another one. So what I made him an adapter that just fits in properly, one of these clip-in adapters. So, and then you screw that onto your tripod. So it becomes an 8 camera, but the key difference is, vertical seams between the horizontal cameras, which is massive. It's very, very important, and it does make a massive difference. Okay, so Tony's he's doing a film called, he's doing loads of projects, but he is doing this short film called Odyssey, and I'm just going to show you what he's done with Brahma Duet. He went to visit, I might see if I can find another clip, but as you probably expect, I didn't actually really put this together completely brilliantly. So I'm just going to show you one of his clips. Here we go, Podium. This was done with the Brahma Duet, but recorded, not obviously not streaming. Right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning team from the FIA Formula E Visa London E-Prix for Renault Edams, Alain Prost, Jérôme Stoll and Jean-Paul Driot. And now your 3 winning drivers in 3rd position for Dragon Racing from Belgium, Jérôme D'Ambrosio!
Okay, so basically it was a clip there. I'm going to show you something else that Tony now. He's got a lot more stuff coming, so I just to show you what he's done. This was quite an early test he did with one of the Brahma 7s, I think. It might be it might be a 6 actually. Hang on. Yeah, nice Tony. I don't think that is Tony. Oh no, he's over on the right. Okay, I think that's enough of the promotion for Tony. Hey, you know the good thing about this? It's just like being a DJ. I managed to go to the loo while that was on. Excellent. So I shouldn't be drinking so much beer. Right. Question: do you need 4K cameras? That's a really good question. Right. So, yes. Right, but having said that, well, the problem's you whatever the feed you put into these, you're going to get the quality. That's what you're going to get. Now, bearing in mind, this is made up with two cameras. So I've got at the moment I've got 1920 by 1440 kind of turned sideways, okay, like that. Two of them, which would probably give me 3K if I could output it at a high resolution, which I will do soon. But these little cameras, I love these. You can stream these over Wi-Fi, but you can only get 640 480. So it works. It's not very good. Okay. So what you need is you need a decent resolution. Now the one thing improvement that the Yi 4K has got, although it doesn't work yet, a lot of people keep saying to me, and I am working with, I'm signed an NDA as well with Xiaomi. So I am working with them, but they have kind of put the price up quite high, and I will continue to support the Git 2s. Okay, and the reason for that is, I mean, I'll give an example. Like this, but this can do 1920 by 1440 over Wi-Fi. Okay, now bear this in mind. You can't use it because you can only connect one camera to your system. You basically connect to the camera, as you know. This needs to be switched to station mode. Now, at some point, this will be switched to station mode, and then we'll be able to use it. And I've even built the rig. There's a rig somewhere. I've lost my rig. You can't use the old Xiaomi rigs, sadly, because they changed the shape. They put the hole in a different place, curved the ends, and it's longer, so it just doesn't work. But this is a new rig. Ta-da! There you go. I've only got one camera. I can't get any more because no one's got any. But there you go. Right. I'm kind of running things. Believe this. I'm running out of things to waffle on about. So, and how long have I been doing this? How long has this been? What is it? Whoa, 45 minutes. I bet I've had about 6 listeners. Okay, well, there's a few people in here. I think for a test, I'm quite pleased it's still working. Remember what I was saying? This is a 1080p stream. Okay, this will be going higher. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I don't know, but it will. I will be doing a 1440p, so like 2550 by 1440, which is YouTube's standard, what they consider a good streaming resolution. And to be honest, I absolutely agree. 1440p for 360 is actually quite a good stream. So let's see how this goes. I will keep improving this. As I said, the price for the software will be £100. I will release it soon. Now I've got to this stage, I'm just going to go back into the software. And I mean, I've had to buy some plugins because the standard webcam, I have a webcam script that comes with Unity. And it works brilliantly until you get to 1920 by 1440 USB. It just can't cope with it. And so it does about 13 frames a second. Whereas what I've done is I've paid for another plugin by Renderheads, which is another reason why it's good for this people buying stuff, which has allowed me to increase the, hopefully I'm reasonably smooth, although I am running quite a lot. You see it glitches occasionally, but that's because I'm doing this, and I've also got XSplit, which is doing a lot of GPU work. So there's an awful lot of GPU work going on here, a hell of a lot. But it seems to work out reliably. Once I can stream the screen direct to YouTube, then that'll be. But I did try using Shadow Play, Nvidia's, but that wasn't particularly well. It worked, but I just couldn't get it to work. XSplit's fantastic, but there is another one called Open Broadcaster. There's another one out there which is free. So I'm sure that'll do the same thing. So all I'm trying to do is give people the thing. You'll probably notice my sync is not quite bang on. The reason, the truth of the matter is I'm actually a second out. But the good thing with XSplit allows me to delay the audio to get it in line, because obviously the time I build a display and it comes to XSplit, it's completely out of sync by at least a second, so I can delay the sound. It's brilliant. XSplit's fantastic, and I think really this is the way to go. Hopefully then we can get them to increase their actual recording resolution. But apart from that, no one's got any more questions. Cool, thanks for your time. Greetings from Norway. We'll be following your development. Fantastic. I think that's it. If you've got any questions, you know who I am. So if you go to Facebook, Brahma 360, Brahma 360, yeah, search for Brahma 360. On the web, Brahma360.net, .com, sorry, Brahma360.com. If you go to YouTube, search for, oh god, that's a good point, Cluster UK Development. I would go to my website, www.brahma360.com. And then it's got all my social media networks links up there, and I'm on Twitter and stuff like that. But yeah, so thanks for watching. And I'm going to call this a day. And this will be available afterwards. YouTube does a great little service. It's recording this, and it'll just save it. So this is my future one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And sorry I waffled on for so long. I'm just and let's leave with an advert. This is from another customer who made an advert with it. You might have seen this at the beginning, but I'm going to play it anyway, and he's going to play me out. All right. So again, thanks very much. See you soon.